Good morning to everybody. Today we will start a new chapter, partial fractions. New chapter, partial fractions. Partial fractions. One of the easiest and simple chapter. You can finish in 1 week. Definitely 1 4 marker will come. In partial fractions, we will have 4 models of sums. Out of the 4 models, we will get 1 4 marker. And for objective also, for MSET, you will definitely get 2 questions from this chapter. Very, very easiest chapter. Listen carefully. Now, what are partial fractions? Before going for partial fractions, you know that f of x is a polynomial. F of x equal to a0 x power n plus a1 x power n minus 1 and so on till an is a polynomial of degree n. Is a polynomial of degree n. Is a polynomial of degree n. Now, a fraction in polynomial f of x by g of x. So 2 polynomials. F of x is a polynomial, g of x is a polynomial. F of x by g of x is called as a rational fraction. Is called as a rational fraction. Like p by q form is a rational number we learned at our 10th class. Here p by q, f of x by g of x is a rational fraction. Like a rational number, it is called as rational fraction. Rational fraction. F of x by g of x. F of x is a polynomial, g of x is another polynomial. Then f of x by g of x is called as a rational fraction. Rational fraction. Now, here, if the degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x, then such fraction is called as proper fraction. So what is meant by proper fraction? Like a proper fraction, you know, in rational numbers, numerator is less than the denominator. It is also same concept. So proper fraction. What is meant by proper fraction? Proper fraction means degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x. Is less than degree of g of x. If f of x by g of x is a rational fraction such that degree of f of x is less than degree of g of x, then such fraction is called as proper fraction. You already know 3 by 5, 2 by 7, all these are proper fractions because numerator is less than the denominator. Like the same coming to here, 2x plus 1 by x square plus 5x plus 6. Here degree of f of x is 1, g of x is 2. So this is a proper fraction. This is called as a proper fraction. Proper fraction means degree of the numerator, means degree of f of x is less than the degree of the denominator or g of x is called as a proper fraction. Now this is a proper fraction. Next, improper fraction. Next is improper fraction. Improper fraction means if degree of f of x is more than or equal to degree of g of x, then it is called as improper fraction. Degree of f of x is more than or equal to degree of g of x. If f of x by g of x is a rational number, rational fraction, such that degree of f of x is more than or equal to degree of g of x, then such fraction is called as improper fraction. Then such fraction is called as improper fraction. Improper fraction. Now, for a improper fraction, like your rational number 7 by 2 is improper fraction. You will convert it to mixed fraction. What do? You will divide 7 with 2. That is 2 3 6 plus the left out is 1 remainder, 1 by 2 you write. This only you will simply write 3 1 by 2. When you are converting, you will do LCM. 3 2 is 6 plus 1 you will do. Means we are just writing plus only. Instead of writing plus, you are writing 3 1 by 2. This meaning itself 3 plus 1 by 2. So quotient plus remainder by divisor we will write. Quotient plus remainder by divisor. We are missing this plus, this is implied condition. When we are converting into improper fraction, mix it to improper. Then we will do that. 3 2 is 6 means we are taking LCM. 3 2 is 6 plus 1 7 whole by 2 will write. That's it. So same principle apply here also. So we'll treat like a rational plus. So we'll do that only. But with polynomials we'll do here. That's it. So rational fraction f of x by g of x. In that, if f of x, degree of f of x is less than g of x, then it is called as proper fraction. If degree of f of x is more than or equal to degree of g of x, then it is called as improper fraction. Improper fraction. Example of improper fraction you can write 2x square plus x plus 1 by x cube plus 1 like this. Here degree is 2, here degree is 2. Here degree is 2, but here degree is 3. Like this. If the degree of numerator is more than the degree of denominator, here 2x square plus x plus 1 by x plus 1 I am writing. Means here degree is 2, degree is 1. Then it is called as improper fraction. Or you can write like this. X square plus 1. These two degrees are equal. F of x degree is 2. G of x degree also 2. Both are equal. This is also improper fraction. Or 2x plus 1 by x cube. 2x cube plus 1 by x square plus x plus 1. Anything you can write. This is degree is 3, degree is 2. So polynomials, both are polynomials. Degree of numerator is more than the denominator or equal to denominator. Such fractions are called as improper fractions. Improper fractions. Improper fractions. Next. Then rational fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction we discuss. Now what is a partial fraction? What is a partial fraction? Means if f of x by g of x is a rational fraction, f of x by g of x is a rational fraction which can be expressed as sum of two or more fractions. Sum of two or more fractions. Then each part of that is called as, for example, a by h of x plus b by some t of x and k of x, some function. Like f of x by g of x, if I am able to write sum of two or more fractions, sum of two or more proper fractions will say. Sum of two or more proper fractions. Proper fraction means numerator degree is less than the denominator degree. If I am able to write like that, sum of two or more fractions, then each part of this is called as a partial fraction of the original rational fraction. Each part of this sum is called as, each term you can say, as a partial fraction of the original fraction. As a partial fraction of the original fraction. And if f of x equal to, I am able to write g of x into h of x like this. So product of two or more, then f of x is called as reducible fraction. F of x is called as reducible fraction. For example, f of x equal to x square plus 5x plus 6 square. Then I can write this as x plus 3 into x plus 2. Means it is a reducible fraction because I can write this as product of two functions. Two or more, no need of two only. If you are able to write two or more, then it is called as reducible fraction. Reducible fraction. If I am not able to write like this, then it is called as improper fraction. That is irreducible fraction. Irreducible my Japanese law. Irreducible fraction means if I am not able to write split into two or more fraction like what I want to say. A polynomial f of x, if I am not able to split into two or more polynomials, okay, then it is called as irreducible function. Irreducible function means if f of x equal to x square plus x plus or plus 1, whatever. Can you factorize that? You can't. You can split into two fractions less than the degree of this. Each is less than the degree of this. Then it is called as irreducible. Irreducible function. You can't say fraction, it is called as irreducible function. Fraction is in denominator. If I am taking this in terms of denominator, then we will come across that. So irreducible function, reducible function. Reducible function is which can be split into two or more functions. Irreducible is which we cannot reduce is called as irreducible function. Now coming to the partial fractions. What is partial fraction I told? A fraction f of x by g of x is a rational function or rational fraction where f of x, g of x are two polynomials can be split into two or more fractions. Can be split into two or more fractions is called as a partial fraction I told. Now coming to that, in partial fractions we have four models. The first one is reducible or already reduced linear fractions. Linear fractions means, for example, if I have 2x plus 1 by x square plus 5x plus 6, we take previous example. This can be reduced. So, reducible fraction 2x plus 1 by I can write as x plus 3 into x plus 2. So, if I am able to reduce like this and each of the linear fraction, each part of this g of x is a linear fraction, linear function, means degree 1. Linear means degree 1. See, here degree 1, here also degree 1. Like this, if I am able to reduce into linear functions, then the this is first method we can say in the partial fractions. How to solve the partial fractions of this type means, how can I split into two or more functions? We told a fraction can be split into two or more fractions is called as partial fractions. So split into partial fractions, I need to reduce into two or more fractions. How can I reduce? So x plus 3 into x plus 2 equal to x plus 2 equal to, you split into two fractions, but you don't know how to split. So we can write as a by x plus 3. I am assuming this can be split into two fractions, like this is one fraction, this is another fraction. So a by this plus b by x plus 3. So we will assume like this, and if we are able to find the a and b values, then it is over. We can say that this can be reduced to two fractions. Means it can be written as sum of two fractions. So into partial fractions. This is a partial fraction of this is a partial fraction of this. So only thing I need to find a and b. So if I am in a position to write this as the sum of two fractions or three fractions, then it is partial fractions is over. Now we can reduce. How? We need to find a and b values. There are many methods. Shortcut I will tell you in the last. First of all, 4 marks method. Only one 4 marker from this chapter. So first take the LCM of these two. Becomes x plus 3 into x plus 3 into x plus 2. Now here you will get a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 3. So what do you get? On this side we have 2x plus 1 by x plus 3 into x plus 2 plus x. Now these two can be cancelled and finally what you get? Or instead of LCM you can bring this to this side, so that x plus 3 cancel, 8 x plus 2 left out and b into x plus 3 left out. That is your way of doing it. Many ways of doing that, what I am saying. But simplify and take the LCM by cancelling both. So what is left out? So our left out thing is 2x plus 1 equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x. A into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 3 after cancelling. And our minus on both sides. Now, how to find AB values? There are two methods again. One is comparing coefficients of like terms, means coefficient of x and constant. Then you will get two equations, solve the two equations. That is one way of doing it. But shortcut, which is applicable for IB also, because we are just finding AB values. Procedure we are doing completely. So for that, second method is let x plus 3 equal to 0 implies x equal to x plus 3 equal to 0, assume in your mind. So what will get x equal to minus 3? So we will take let x equal to minus 3. You will get a value of the. If I am substituting x equal to minus 3, this is an identity. I can substitute any value. I will get one equation. Like that I am substituting minus 3 here. So minus 6 plus 1 equal to a into minus 3 plus 2 minus 1 plus b into minus 3 plus 3 is 0. So what do you get? Minus 5 equal to minus a implies a equal to 5. A equal to 5. Simple. Next, if I want b value, I assume this is equal to 0 in our mind. X plus 2 equal to 0, x equal to minus 2. So substitute let x equal to minus 2 in the x equal to minus 2. Let x equal to minus 2. What do I get? 2 into minus 2, minus 4 plus 1. Minus 4 plus 1 equal to a into 0, minus 2 plus 2, 0. Plus b into minus 2 plus 3 is 1. So minus 3 equal to b means b equal to minus 3. B equal to minus 3. Therefore, I can write 2x plus 1 by x plus 3 into x plus 2 equal to a by x plus 1 means 5 by x plus 1 and b by, that is minus 3 by x plus 2. Minus 3 by x plus 2. Minus you can keep here also until I will. So minus 3 by x plus 2. Now if you have doubt, take the LCM. LCM is x plus 3 into x plus 2. This is 5x plus 10. Minus 3x minus 9. So becomes 5x minus 3x is 2x. 10 minus 9 is 1. So 2x plus 1. Or, so if I take LCM, simplify, I will get this only. After finding the AB values, if you have doubt about our AB values, no need to check the answers. Because in exam you don't have answer. But you can cross check whether we did right or wrong here itself. Take the LCM and simplify, you need to get this. If you are getting this again back, then you get 100% right. Because you are assuming this can be written as 2 fractions and you are getting those 2 fractions. If you simplify the 2 fractions, you need to get back this only. So if you are getting this back, then 100% you did correct. So that you can cross check the sum also. So this is the first method, very simple method. If it is a linear function, g of x, f of x by g of x is a fraction, proper fraction is a proper fraction, means degree of f of x is less than the degree of g of x, such that g of x can be written as product of linear fractions, can be written as product of linear functions, then you can split into the partial fractions like a by one linear function plus b by another linear function plus c by another linear functions, whatever may be, how many maybe you have, you can simplify like this. So like this we will do the first method. One more sum on the first method we will do, then we will go to the second method. Like that 4 methods will be there. We will finish in the 1 week, don't worry. Now, one more sum of the same kind. If you observe x plus 4 by x square minus 4 into x plus 1 resolve into partial fractions is asked. Resolve into partial fractions. So what do you do? First of all, this is a linear fraction, linear function, no problem. But this is a quadratic function. So is it reducible or not? First you need to check. It is 100% reducible. Then only you can go for the first method. Otherwise you can't go for the first method. So it is reducible. You can convert it into the linear fractions. Because this 4 can be written as 2 square. So a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. So you can write the given function as x plus 4 by x. This is 2 square, a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b, x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. Now I reduce it. Everything is a linear function now. Now I can use the first method. But I have 3 functions. Means I can split it into 3 fractions. I can split it into 3 partial fractions. What are the 3 partial fractions? We don't know. So I assume a by something, b by something, c by something. That's it. So x plus 4 by x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. And one more thing, you can take a by this, b by this, c by this also. Order is not important. Because we are just assuming we can split it into 3 functions. That's it. 3 fractions. That's it. Don't confuse with the order. Because next we will take this first, this next, this third. Doesn't matter. Your final answer should be the same. A by x plus 2 plus, here I am writing x plus 2 in the first, x minus 2 in the next. You can write this in the first, this in the next. That doesn't matter, you know. So b by x minus 2 plus c by x plus 1. X plus 1. So I am assuming there are 3 linear functions. So I am able to split into 3 partial fractions. 100% I know that I am able to split into 3 partial fractions. But I don't know what are those partial fractions. Each part is a partial fraction I told. So what are those partial fractions I don't know. That's why I am assuming a by b by c by. Now if I am able to find ABC, then our sum is over. So how to find ABC? Just now when I told you previously. Right? Take the LCM first. Always take the LCM first. X plus 2 into LCM is here 3. X plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. So numerator I will get like a into x plus 2 I have. So x minus 2 into x plus 1 plus b into x minus 2 I have. Means x plus 2 into x plus 1 plus c into I already have x plus 1. So I need more is x plus 2 into x minus 2. So I am assuming that I can write like this. So this is equal to LHS side I have x plus 4 by x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. Now I can cancel both the denominators. So left out is x plus 4 equal to a into so and so, b into so and so, c into so and so. Now I will write like this. Now I will write whatever is left out. Then I will find ABC values. So I will write here x plus 4 equal to a into x minus 2 into x plus 1 is left out here plus b into x minus x plus 2 into x plus 1 plus c into x plus 2 into x minus 2. As it is we have, I am writing. Now, if I am writing this is 0, I will get a value I told. So x plus 2 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 2. So I will assume let x equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 2. What do I get? X equal to minus 2 means minus 2 plus 4. How much? Plus 2 equal to a into minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 plus b into minus 2 plus 2 0. Directly write down 0 0 because this is x plus 2 I am assuming 0. So wherever x plus 2 is there, that will be 0. So no need to think further. So this is equal to 2 into 4a. Those two are equal zeros. So a equal to 2 by 4. A equal to 2 by 4 means 1 by 2. A equal to 2 by 4 means 1 by 2. A value is 1 by 2. Now coming to b value. X minus 2 equal to 0. I will let x minus 2 equal to 0. Means x equal to 2. I will get b value. Let x equal to x equal to. So what do I get? 2 plus 4 6 equal to. Wherever x minus 2 is, that is 0 because I am assuming this is 0. So 2 minus 2 0. So this is is 0, C is 0, only left out is B. So B into, I will tell B into 2 plus 2, 4 into 2 plus 1, 3. So it implies B equal to 6 by 12. So B is also 1 by 2. Here B is also 1 by 2. Because 4 3 is 12. 6 by 12 is 1 by 2. Now coming to C value, make this is 0. X equal to minus 1 if I substitute here. Minus 1 plus 4. 3 equal to x equal to minus 1 is ambition, x plus 1 is 0. So if x, wherever x plus 1 is there, those terms are 0. So this is 0, this is 0, I will get only C. C into minus 1 plus 2 means 1. Minus 1 minus 2 means minus 3. So C equal to 3 by minus 3, that is minus 1. So C equal to minus 1. A equal to 1 by 2, B equal to 1 by 2, C equal to minus 1. Therefore, I can really substitute these values. Therefore, x plus 4 by x plus 2 into x minus 2 into x plus 1 equal to A by means 1 by 2. I can write 2 here. Next, B is 1 by 2. So 1 by C is minus 1. So I can write minus 1 here. So like this, I can write. So this given fraction I can write into 3 partial fractions. 3 linear fractions, sum of 3 linear fractions like this. So therefore this is a partial fraction. So like this we will do the partial fraction sums. This is first method. Remaining methods we will discuss in the next class. Like this, try these two as homework. I think you understood this how to write. Then try 2 sums as homework I will give. Try simple sums I will give. Don't worry. 3x plus 7 by 3x plus 7 by x square minus 3x plus 2. Resolve into partial fractions. Resolve into partial fractions. And next one is 2x plus 3 by 2x plus 3 by x plus 1 into x minus 2. X plus 1 into x minus 2. So try these two as homework, and then we will discuss the next method in the next class. Very simple chapter. You can get easily 4 marks. So do it properly.